After watching Wifies' recent video, there has been a question surfacing everywhere, with no answer. What is the Leviathan? But before, there are a couple things that I want to preface really quickly. Firstly, is that this is my personal understanding of the story, which is influenced by my own experiences and biases, so you may have interpreted slightly differently from I did. And this video is not the concrete truth of Wifies' intentions, it's just my reflection of the story. And I might just be reading into a whole lot of nonsense, but I guess that's what my English class has taught me to do. Secondly, is that there are many references to religion in this story, and I'm not extremely well versed in every religion, so please pardon any mistakes. Let's first go over the religious context of the Leviathan. The Leviathan is a sea creature, a giant serpent from the Hebrew Bible, and it is a symbol of God's power of creation. In the Bible, the Leviathan is described as indomitable, meaning that humans cannot exert any control over the beast. This explains why the usage of submarines, water breathing, and creative mode ended up being ineffective in searching for the Leviathan, as humans are trying to control the conditions in meeting the Leviathan, which is impossible. The word Leviathan is associated with the Hebrew word lava, which means to couple, connect, or join, and it could also mean to borrow, which I'll talk about a little bit later on into my analysis of what the Leviathan actually is. In Judaism, the Leviathan is a female, but funnily enough, throughout the entire video, they refer to it as he. And this may be why Wifies incorporated the lines of,
"Am I supposed to know who he is?"
Who she is?
Sorry, she. Am I supposed to know who she is?
In the Zohar, the Leviathan is a metaphor for enlightenment, which connects to one of the main themes, which is discovery and enlightenment throughout the entire story. It also has significant symbolism with the eye of the Leviathan, which will be talked about in a future video. In Gnosticism, the Leviathan is a serpent that appears as an Ouroboros, a serpent that is eating its own tail, and it's what separates the divine world from Earth. This helps with our understanding of what the Leviathan is. From Wifies' video, it is apparent that there are two separate worlds that exist. The normal Minecraft server represents the Earth, and the world that Wifies gets teleported to represents the realm or dwelling place of God or gods. And this is visible through the fact that the castle is located in the sky, similar to heaven, the celestial realm, and many other worlds where God or gods reside in from different religions. All elements of this context is incorporated into the Leviathan that exists in Wifies' story. Next, let's talk about the context under the author H.P. Lovecraft. And I want to give credits to Sunless for their video because a lot of their information that they posted about really helped inspire me to make this part of the video. Cthulhu was meant to be a character in the video of searching for a world that doesn't exist. And that's why you get the lines of,
"A human has no place in the business of gods."
in the story of the Call of Cthulhu, the Leviathan is the offspring or avatar of Cthulhu. It doesn't harm humans, rather it attempts to corrupt their minds and convince them to worship Cthulhu. And it was worshipped by people in Polynesia, Hawaii, and the Arctic. When looking at Hummer's screenshot, the frozen ocean is beside a warm ocean with coral reefs, which is similar to the fact that the Arctic is really frozen, and places in Polynesia and Hawaii have a lot of coral reefs and are in warm climates. Though this might just have been used for game mechanics, and I'm not too sure. When the Leviathan was first discovered in the 14th century, it compelled people to sacrifice themselves in hopes of setting free the Cthulhu. The idea of sacrifice is a recurring topic throughout the video, as Hummer suggests for the two to die multiple times. Cthulhu rules the water, while Hastur, or the King in Yellow, represents the skies. In the end of the video, we see that in the chest lies a heart of the sea, likely representing the power of Cthulhu, causing Wifies to black out. This is an overlapping experience with what Durlord saw at the end of searching for a world that doesn't exist. Now let's talk about the context of what the Leviathan is under Wifies' video. There's a lack of detail that I'm going to go into, as all of the information is from the original ARG video, and only a few important things will be noted. By the end of the video, the Leviathan is still unknown. It exists, however, Wifies cannot pinpoint exactly what the creature is. There is no physical monster from Wifies' point of view, but many people have claimed to see it. Though there is no evidence of what the Leviathan looks like, there is more believable evidence with other senses: hearing, intuition, clairsentience, the ability to perceive energy. So, taking in all the context that was previously mentioned, I want to talk about my conclusion and theory of what the Leviathan actually is. The Leviathan is an entity, but not one humans can see. It transcends the human eye, but that doesn't mean you cannot sense it, especially because the Leviathan lives in the extreme deep oceans, where light cannot even reach. This is why when Wifies ask,
You said you've kind of seen the Leviathan?
Hummer responds with,
Kind of. Seen is a strong word, but I've felt him.
and in addition, only those who pursue and believe in the Leviathan can connect with it beyond physical interactions. And this is pretty evident through the fact that only when Wifies lets go of his doubts and has full trust in the Leviathan, it is that he gets transported. So perhaps the Leviathan is a large water serpent with glowing eyes, but we won't ever know because humans themselves cannot see it. Then the question gets asked, what were people seeing? Because some sort of entity exists for sure, but it wasn't what people on Reddit described. While people on Reddit claimed to have seen the creature, from Wifies' footage, there wasn't actually anything. I believe it's the manifestation of the version of Leviathan that people have in their heads. They hallucinate an image to justify sensing the creature, because what they feel is beyond what they can comprehend. And the reason why Wifies didn't imagine any creature is because he didn't have an existing concept of what the Leviathan looked like, since, he didn't believe in it. Furthermore, the Leviathan is what connects two separate realms, the one of humans and the divine realm, which resembles heaven, Mount Olympus, Asgard, and the celestial realm, and many more places where God or gods dwell in from different religions. The divine realm is likely where Cthulhu belongs. This is evident when Wifies gets teleported and free falls before entering a new realm. This chasm has colors matching the Leviathan's eye, yellow and orange that matches the thumbnail of the video as well, and specks of turquoise and dark aqua representing the Leviathan. It is also in the shape of a circle, which looks like an eye and is similar to the thumbnail again. If you guys enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. If you're interested in learning about the characters, major themes, and symbols, I will be making more videos on that and a full video analysis later. Thank you so much for watching.